Hi, I'm Gregg LeFevre, and this is The Compulsive Storyteller, a series of short personal stories where we explore the idea that truth can be stranger than fiction. This week's story is entitled Park Slope Squatters. I've changed the names and obscured some details of the people in this episode for their privacy. Park Slope Squatters. Listen, you're all not hearing me. If you don't accept my offer, the building owner will have your gas turned off, along with your electric and water. You'll have no heat, and your toilets won't work. Then he will have the front door smashed in, and his movers will take your possessions, including your art, and dump them in the street for passerbys to pick through. Next, he will have your front door sealed with a sheet of 1-inch thick plywood and 6-inch nails. Lastly, his men will paste a court-ordered eviction notice to your door, along with a no trespassing sign by order of the Brooklyn Sheriff's Office. While I said this, we were all standing just inside the doorway of the building. There was Maria, a squat, tough Puerto Rican female artist with lots of tattoos, her African-American painter boyfriend Lester, whom she had wrapped around her little finger, and their subtenant, a white-haired, much older female artist named Frances. Now let's step back to see how this story started 6 months earlier. Ruthie Ann Steinberg, the daughter of a very rich New York City real estate family, was trying to establish herself in a field dominated by her father and uncle and make a name for herself. I had previously found, purchased, and renovated an abandoned building in Harlem with free help from HUD and the New York City government. And Ruthie Ann thought that I knew something about real estate development, which I definitely did not. Listen to my Harlem Sojourn podcast for more about this. On the basis of my supposed experience, she offered me a partnership deal where she would put up $1 million and we'd split the profits we made from developing any property we bought with her money, 60% to her and 40% to me. Given that I was struggling financially at the time, the deal she offered seemed more than reasonable. Because she now considered us friends, I was invited to her wedding, which was quite the extravaganza of wealth and conspicuous consumption. All the guests boarded a supersized yacht by the Battery in Lower Manhattan and then cruised the harbor while their wedding proceeded. The hoopah was a glittering gold arch adorned with yellow roses. Ruthie Ann's white, bejeweled wedding gown was ungepatchka too. She was showing off her cleavage of Dolly Parton-like proportions, her mammoth boob job almost pouring forth out of her gown. The groom's family, however, appeared to be much more middle class. He seemed like a really sweet guy, which made me wonder how the marriage would fare, but I fervently hoped for the best, since her happiness could impact our real estate deal. After the wedding ceremony, the yacht sailed south in New York Harbor to circumnavigate the Statue of Liberty, with fireworks exploding overhead. For the reception, the happy couple stood on the bridge of the yacht with spotlights trained on them while a famous crooner of the time sang his rendition of "I've Got You." I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. You're so deep in the heart of me, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. After that, it was a night of drunken dancing and carrying on. In the weeks that followed, Ruthie Ann and I cruised around Brooklyn in a red Mercedes Class C sports car, looking for potential properties to develop. At one point, she put in some calls to her extended family's real estate network and learned of a building in Prospect Heights, Brooklyn. It had formerly been a 2-story parking garage for industrial trucks and the like. Each of the very solid floors had 16-foot ceilings, with 2-story arches on 3 sides, which had been sealed with concrete blocks. The garage was almost a city block long and extended into the backyards of wooden triple-decker apartment buildings on all but one side. It couldn't have been more perfect for development. The cinder blocks could be removed, and the archways would have soaring windowed arches. Inside, the second story could be partially cut away, leaving an interior open two-story space with an upstairs loft. The incredible strength of the building offered unique opportunities for all sorts of elaborate staircases and railing. Ruthie and I agreed that the building had incredible potential for development, so next we scheduled a meeting with the building's owner, a Brooklyn Hasidim. The building was priced at $850,000, which seemed to us to be a steal. After we did some surreptitious measuring, we figured the property could be developed into 60 back-to-back duplex units with stunning tall glass windows and minimal contemporary staircases. After the development costs were covered, we would stand to make many millions of dollars. The bearded owner met us in front of the building, wearing a black long coat, glasses, a wide-brimmed hat, and 2 long curls of hair spilled down on either side of his face. He was all business, neglecting to shake my hand, which I extended, before he explained that the building had 3 squatters inside. Their lease had expired the year before. He gruffly told us, "I can give you the name of a really nasty relocation lawyer who will get them out." Ruthie Ann interrupted, "But why don't you do that and sell us the building free and clear?" "Because I don't want to do that," he said. "Take it with the tenants or forget it, and do not tell them that I'm selling the building." In the car after our meeting, I had to share my feelings with Ruthie Ann. "Listen, I've been an artist all my life, and I've lived illegally in a number of abandoned buildings, meaning I squatted in those empty buildings, so I feel too guilty to kick out my own kind." I continued, "What I'd like to propose is for us to make them an offer. Let's say we offer them $50,000 each to vacate the premises within 3 months. Ruthie Ann interjected, "If the landlord finds out we spoke to them, that may kill the deal." "I don't think so," I responded. "We can sweeten the deal by offering him all cash. That should work." Ruthie Ann quipped, "I'm surprised at how free you are at spending my money." "Yes, Ruthie, but do the math on how much money there is to be made when the building is developed. There's a whole lot of upside." And so it came about that Ruthie Ann and I had our first meeting with the squatters. We told them that their landlord was selling the building and warned them about all the things that I'd mentioned at the outset of our story would happen to them if they didn't accept our $50,000 each offer. Maria, the Puerto Rican woman, scoffed, "50,000? We can easily get 500,000. I responded, "You're dreaming, Maria. You have an expired lease and you are squatters. You're entitled to nothing under the law, and that's what you'll get." Maria's boyfriend, Lester, tried to reason with her, as did the older woman artist, but she was not having any of it. "Okay, Maria, but our offer is final. Ruthie Ann and I are going to walk away because I don't want to be party to kicking out artists. But all the things that I warned you about when we first spoke, your door smashed in, your eviction, all your stuff in the street, all of this will start to happen now." We both got into her Mercedes and drove away, feeling disheartened because we'd put so much time and energy into trying to make this deal happen. We agreed that we had to start again to look for another building. Epilogue. Ruthie Ann and I never did find another building, and our interest turned elsewhere, so our partnership faded away. About a year later, I was walking down Broadway in Manhattan when I ran into Lester, Maria's boyfriend. "Hey, Greg, do you remember me?" While I tried to place him, he shook his head. "You cost me my marriage, man. After we refused your offer, Everything went down exactly as you predicted. We got locked out, lost all of our stuff on the street, and we didn't get a dime. So I split up with Maria. Sorry, Lester. I tried to warn you, and it's too bad that it played out the way it did. Maybe next time, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Copyright 2025 by Gregg LeFevre. All rights reserved. If you enjoyed this week's episode, let us know. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at The Compulsive Storyteller, and we'd love to hear from you. This podcast is independently produced, so we really appreciate all your help and support. Share the show with your friends, subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, and please leave a review. You can also check out our website, thecompulsivestoryteller.com, for more information. Thanks for listening, and if you didn't like this one, the next one will be another story. The Compulsive Storyteller is now co-produced by Gregg LeFevre and Fadia Montserrat, who's also arranged the music and created the special effects. Emily Ramon does design, research, editing, and marketing. Peter Kokoma has made our theme music and for many seasons co-produced the show with me. All characters and events portrayed in this podcast are based on my truth, with some names and facts changed for privacy. The conversations and dialogues are based on my best memory, but are not word-for-word recreations.